Hello and welcome back to my channel. Every year I film a Dear Beautiful Girl video. It's a video to my daughter which goes with a blog post as well, and I film it around about her birthday, just saying the things I want to say to her from this last year. So here goes. Dear Beautiful Girl, every year I give you a letter and you've just turned 5, so here's your 5th birthday one. You were absolutely convinced that on the day you turned 5, you were going to be bigger, taller, better at everything. You just got it in your head that that's exactly what happened on the day you turned 5. Now, what you don't realise is that this has been happening all year long. You have been getting bigger, you've been getting faster, you've learnt to ride a bike, you've done so much stuff this year. And it's not down to one day, it's not down to one number. You can do all these things already. You started school in September and you have come on leaps and bounds since then. You love learning. Your reading is fantastic. Your number work is fantastic. And I'm so proud of the little person that you're becoming, of the friends you're making at school, of the lovely little community school that you go to. And although there's only one boy in your class, which I think you find a little bit difficult, you're getting on with all the girls as well. When I looked back at the letter I wrote you last year, I read that you asked why a lot. And this year you've stopped that, and that kind of makes me feel a bit sad. I kind of feel like it's because you already pretty much know everything, and you've always had that sort of sense of knowing, of having done stuff before. But right now, instead of questioning, you're giving me different kind of answers for what the outcome could be. So for example, if you were confused about something, you would say, is it because of this or is it because of that? You wouldn't say why. And I love the way that your mind is working that out just for you. You are a comedian. You don't like to see people sad. When we had to have our cat Bruce put down, instead of showing your emotions, you tried to make everyone else laugh. And it's such a lovely trait that you wanted to please us. You didn't want us to be sad. I need you to know that it's okay to cry, and sometimes crying is just what you need to do. The other day you told me that you were having nightmares, and the reason you had nightmares was because of the reflections in your eyes. Now that sentence absolutely blew me away. I didn't know you knew what reflections were, let alone the fact that you'd laid in bed and thought about what those reflections were and what they were causing in your eyes and making you see monsters. I just thought that was amazing. I've asked you what you wanted to be when you grow up, and you said a dog. So good luck with that one. When I asked if there was anything else you wanted to be if you couldn't be a dog, you said a teacher. So a dog or a teacher. Maybe a dog teacher. Who knows? You love being messy, you love helping out in the garden, you love getting your feet dirty, you love getting your hands wet. You just love coming back from the garden basically looking like you've rolled around the garden in the mud for about 12 hours, which is possibly because you have. It's great to have a willing little helper in the garden, because I definitely need some help out there in that garden. And your great grandma would be so proud of you, just watching the little gardener that you're becoming, and the fact that you know how to do things already, like planting carrots and how far down to plant the onions, things like that. It's just wonderful to see you doing, and the fact that you know what those seeds turn into, and the fact that we then eat those seeds is pretty impressive. You craft a lot. Your brother never brought me home any craft from school, maybe once or twice. You bring me something every single day, absolutely every single day. It's wonderful. You'll sit down at the kitchen table and just make something, and that's amazing, and it's wonderful to watch you do it. Everything you see has a use from being made into something, and you'll often come home from a walk with shells or leaves or bottles or sticks or things that you want to make into something. You have amazing ideas of how you want things to work out, and sometimes you do get a bit cross if it doesn't go the way you want it to. I am sorry that sometimes your craft ends up in the recycle bin. I'm even more sorry that I blame it on your great uncle, because it's me who puts it in there. Sorry, we can't keep it all, but I do take a picture of absolutely everything that you do. I still struggle to get you to wear dresses or skirts, and if something is pink, it's probably not going to be worn by you. I think that's fine. I was exactly the same as a child. I only learnt to love pink when I was 21, so I totally get where you're coming from on that. Your go-to birthday attire is a Spider-Man outfit, and I kind of feel like it makes you feel a bit invincible, and I think you're a bit shy at parties, so possibly you need that sort of invincibility to get you through, but I respect my little Spider-Man. You have no fear whatsoever, absolutely none, when it comes to fast rides. Anything that shakes you, drops you, anything like that you adore. We just got back from Disneyland Paris and your favourite rides were Tower of Terror and Crush Coaster. Tower of Terror scared the living daylights out of me. Genuinely, I was shaking all over when we got off and you wanted to go straight back on, and I was just like, no! Crush Coaster, you were measured 4 times before you got on that ride because you were literally just on the cusp of not being let on, and when you got off you had the biggest grin on your face and you went, that was awesome! And it was just brilliant. I love that age 4 you were just zooming around things at Disneyland Paris and not having a care in the world about how dangerous it was. As long as it went fast, you were absolutely fine. You refused to go on kind of the teacups or the little Dumbo ride. All those things were too boring, so you didn't go on those. I am so very, very proud of the person that you are and the person you're becoming. Your intelligent attitude to life is absolutely amazing, and I now know how my grandma and my mum felt when I was growing up, because I finally accepted that I am no longer always right. So you've taken my crown already at the age of 5, and I'm going to have to live with that forever. I love you, little girl. I love you so much.